TATCHA Balance Pore Perfecting Water Gel Moisturizer, and this is supposed to be good for pores and it's meant for oily skin. So I'm just going to apply some of this. And this does say it's a moisturizer, but I already applied moisturizer this morning and I'm just using this as a like makeup base type thing. So that's what I'm using it for, specifically for pores. And then I'm going to be taking this Veil Mineral Primer from Hourglass. I'm going to apply this as my primer. And I hate the color of this when it goes on. It looks like a blue, I don't know, cream. I guess that's what's supposed to help with the oil. But the formula of it just looks really weird. So for foundation, I'm going to be using this Cover FX Natural Finish Oil Free Foundation. But I have tried this already and the color is still a tad bit off for me. So I'm going to mix it with the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Foundation. And I like the color of this foundation a lot. It balances out a lot of other foundations that I have that aren't like exactly what I want. Just going to put that on the back of my hand. And the brush that I'm using is this Makeup Geek foundation brush. So I'm just going to buff that into my skin. It's really hard to find a foundation color, especially for my skin specifically, because I'm not just like one shade. My face is a different color than my neck, and my neck is a different color than my chest. So I just kind of have to figure it out and kind of work with what I have. And the color of this foundation is N90. So this was the closest that I could get to what I liked for what I like to wear as far as foundation, because the color before that one was way too light and the one after that one was too dark. So I just have to find a balance. And I do like the formula of this foundation, which is why I only put a little bit of the Urban Decay foundation. The formula of this is really nice. It's not cakey, but it's still a nice medium to full coverage. So for concealer, I'm going to be taking this Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, and this is in the shade Neutral D35. So I'm going to conceal with this my under eyes. I love the applicator of this. It's like a doe foot applicator. It's a really like comfortable to like place underneath the eye area. So I do like that about this product. The formula is still a little bit different than the other Kat Von D concealer that I have. The Lock-It Tattoo Concealer, the original one that she came out with. That one is a little bit more watery. This one feels a little bit thicker, which is still fine because it's not like uncomfortable thick, but I can tell the difference. So yeah, so I'm just going to apply this underneath the eyes and also forehead, just because I want to balance everything out. Nose, and then on my chin as well. And I'm going to be using my favorite concealer blending brush. This is the Morphe G6, and just going to blend that in. And I'm just going to be taking my little Mercier translucent setting powder to set my concealer, and I'm going to bake a little bit and let that sit there until I'm ready to sweep it away with the brush. And I've also been like doing my face first lately, also too, because when I let the powder sit, the longer I let it sit, the less oily I get throughout the day also. So if you have really oily skin like I do, I highly recommend doing this if you do like to do your face first. The only reason why I used to do my eyes first is because it was easier if I was doing like liquid liner or something, like if I was wearing a wing liner to like clean it up or something, or if I had fallout from the eyeshadow. And the good thing about this is that the powder catches some of the eyeshadow, so you can just sweep it away with the powder once you brush it away. So Yeah, a lot of people used to ask me why I would do my eyes first, just because of fallout from eyeshadow sometimes. It was easier that way. And I'm also going to go ahead and contour a little bit. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Truffle. And I really do like this to contour. This was in a recent favorites video. I said I did not like this as a foundation. Specifically the color. I'm not sure about the formula for a foundation. I don't know how it will work, honestly. But I do like it to contour. I only contour my cheeks and my jawline just because I don't feel like I need to do my forehead, honestly. I just put bronzer on my forehead. And I also only do bronzer on my nose. I don't really contour my nose with cream products just because I'm lazy and I haven't perfected that. But I do like to do my cheeks and my jawline. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so moving on to the eyes, I'm going to be using this Lorac Los Angeles Mega Pro 3 palette. Pro Mega 3. One of those. So this is what the palette looks like. I don't want to hold it up too much because it's messing with the lighting. Kelsey and I need new lighting. I'm just working with what we have right now. But this is what the palette looks like. So they sent this to me a couple of weeks ago and I wanted to experiment with it. I just haven't gotten around to using it yet, playing with it. It does have a big mirror on the back, which I do love. They have a lot of shades in here, so they have a range of some warm tones, but they mostly have a lot of cool tones in here. But I already know I'm going to go for the warm tones just because I feel like they complement my skin tone the most. A lot of them are catching my eye and I really, really want to see what they look like on. Oh, and here I'm just priming my eyes with a paint pot from MAC. This is Soft Ochre. I want to get the darker one because a lot of people keep telling me that that one's good. But I'm just using what I have right now. I do want to try the other one though, so. And I am going to take a light color to set this paint pot. I'm just taking a color called Toffee. It's just a, like a beige color. It's nothing special, but it's a good color to set because it's like a skin tone, like a lighter skin tone color. Not my skin tone color, but a nice base color. So, okay, so I'm just going to start with my crease shade and I'm going to be taking the color Maple. It's a really nice warm brown shade. And I'm just going to apply that to my crease like I always do. I feel like this is an essential step when I'm doing my eyeshadow. Cannot skip the crease color, especially a nice warm brown. Cannot pass that up. And I always concentrate the color more in the outer corner just because I like to add more definition to that area, even though I probably do a darker color below that. And the brush that I'm using is the 224 by MAC. I don't know why I haven't gotten this brush until like a couple of months ago, like recently. It's supposed to be like one of the best blending brushes, and I agree. If you are a beginner in eyeshadow and you have a hard time blending your eyeshadow and you don't know what kind of eyeshadow brushes to use, I highly recommend investing in a MAC 224 and a MAC 217. If you have those two brushes, then you don't really need any other blending brushes unless you just like having like a lot of makeup brushes. But these are essential, I feel, because they are just so easy to work with and they do a really good job at blending. So then I'm going to be taking the shade Bark, which is right next to that. You guys probably can't even tell, but it's like a kind of cool tone. It's like a cool warm color, a like more of a smoky brown color. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that in the outer corner with a 217 from MAC. So just going to put that in the outer corner just to deepen that up. And this shade is going on a lot darker than it looks in the pan. Actually, it looks like a black brown, like a soft black brown, more blendable. Obviously not a opaque black. They do have a black in here. It's called Jet Black. Maybe that's why it's right next to it, because it's like a shade underneath black, I guess. I'm just going to move on to a lid shade. Okay, so I think I'm going to be using two colors just because I'm trying to experiment and get the most out of this palette right now. I want to use the color Cava, C-A-V-A. I'm just going to apply that first. It's a light champagne color. on my lid area, all over the lid. Yeah, it's just a really light champagne color. But this is really pigmented. You don't have to really go in with your brush a whole lot just to get color on the brush. So that's really good. I do like the formula of these. So far so good. Just gonna go back in with this 217 and like blend that a little bit around the edges. And then I'm going to be taking the color that I've been most excited to try in this entire palette, and it's called Cider. It just looks like a really nice bronzy gold color. It's so pretty, so let's see what it looks like. The only thing about these, they have a lot of fallout. Like when you tap them, a lot of product gets like back in the palette. And I'm having to blow it because it's a lot of like excess on the brush like when I tap it. So I'm just going to go toward the middle and apply that all over the lid. And I am going to go towards the inner corner as well. Not all the way, but a little. But this color is so pretty. It's like the perfect like bronze gold color with a mixture of like a penny kind of gold. It is another color in here that's similar to like a penny shade. It's called Brown Sugar. But this is like a really nice balance of a gold and bronze. And I'm sure if you use like Fix Plus or a mixing medium, this would be even more intense. But I just wanted to use the colors by themselves with like without any help, just to see what they can do on their own. So now I'm just taking a little bit of mascara because I'm going to apply some lashes. And this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. Okay, for lashes, I'm going to be trying out these Lilly lashes in the style Hollywood. I've never tried these before, so we'll see what they look like. Because y'all know Miami, like that style is my ride or die. And if I could only wear one pair of lashes for the rest of my life, it would be the Miamis and the Lilly lashes. So I'm just going to apply these really quick. So I just swept away the translucent powder while I was waiting for my lash glue to dry. I tend to do that sometimes if I don't just feel like waiting on the glue to dry without doing anything. I want to be useful. So I just sweep away the powder. And before I apply my lashes, I like to spray this CAUDALIE spray. Sometimes I'll do it before, sometimes I do it after. But I'm just going to spray this. And I did have the original packaging in this, but for some reason I do not like the top on that one. Like the spray is a little bit different than this one. This one sprays out more of like a mist, and that one is definitely more of a stream. It kind of gets everywhere, and it's like a really short spray. It's not like a long mist. So I really like this packaging better. So the Jason Wu packaging is better than the original packaging. It is the same product inside, but this packaging is way better. This smells amazing. I told you guys, we had the mini size in the favorites video. It smells like peppermints, and I'm just obsessed. It smells so good, and I like this because it's supposed to be really good for pores, and it's supposed to like smooth out the skin. It's supposed to be inspired by something called the Elixir of Youth. So yeah, I just like how it makes my skin feel, and it does help my makeup to last longer. So I do like that a lot. Okay, so after I'm done applying my lashes, I'm going to be taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeliner in the shade Darkside to line my waterline. I'm also going to go in with the color Maple mixed with the color Bark underneath my lash line. Okay, so now I'm just going to set the rest of my face with my Makeup Forever Duo Matte Powder. This is my Holy Grail powder. And this is a powder foundation. It is buildable to like be full coverage if you don't wear like a liquid foundation with this. You can't use it as a regular foundation. And somebody told me that this was supposed to be like becoming discontinued, and I really hope that's not true, because if it is, I'm gonna have to like go crazy and get like 5 or 6 bath ups of this, because I love this powder and a lot of powders don't work for me, and this one does. So I don't understand why they would be discontinuing this, because I feel like oily people don't have as many options as normal skin or dry skin people when it comes to makeup. Like, it's so many dewy skin foundations out there. There's not like a ton of stuff for oily skin, I feel. Maybe it's just me. And then I'm just gonna apply some bronzer. This is the Guerlain Terracotta bronzing powder. Just gonna apply that to the areas that are contoured. And also my forehead and a little bit on my nose as well. And this is a NARS Eater brush if you guys are wondering. And I'm just going to apply some highlighter to my cheeks and my nose. And this is the new Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion in the number 2 shade. And this is what that looks like. It's showing up a lot lighter on camera, but it's like a really nice gold color. It's so pretty. I think they came out with these because the other ones that came in like the duo type packaging, it came with like a bronzer in it, and a lot of people I guess like the highlight, because I do have the number 2 in that duo compact like this, but the highlighter is all that I use. Sometimes I used to use the bronzer if I was in a rush and I would use it as an eyeshadow or something, but the highlighter is gorgeous. So, and I'm obsessed with the packaging of this. You guys probably can't tell, maybe a little, but it's like a textured, like wavy look. It's really nice. So I'm gonna apply this to my cheeks. And I'm using my favorite highlighting brush. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush, which I'm obsessed with. Okay, so last but not least, moving on to lips, I'm going to be using this Kylie Cosmetics the Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Mary Jo K. And I got this a while ago, but I haven't really played with it yet. So I'm going to be using this with the matching lip liner.
You should take